I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light and make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one, you're the one, touching lives.
Hello, Nigeria, and welcome to Airtel Touching Lives. My name is Wana, and just like Airtel, I love making a difference and transforming lives. I invite you to join us on an emotional journey as we witness some incredibly touching moments.
Touching lives.
In this episode, we visit Folúṣọ́ Pamílẹ́rìn, who was crippled in a motorcycle accident in 2012. And we meet a woman that was beaten by her husband and then abandoned with the children. In season 1, we met Folúṣọ́, who was struggling with her disability and raising her son.
Touching lives.
My name is Folúṣọ́ Adetola. I'm born in Lagos. I live in number 4 Nepankala. I have a son. I live here with my son and my mother. I used to work at Internet World. On that morning, I'm going to work. And I took a bike from the Obaniko bus stop going down the Agitation Road. And I have an accident there. And it's a big accident. They said I have a spinal cord injury. And there are multiple fractures that join it. Me thinking then, I thought it would be maybe just 2 years, then I'll start working. And now it has been 12 years. Because of the accident, I lost the love of my life too.
There's something unique I appreciate about Folúṣọ́. Even though she's handicapped, but then she's a very hardworking woman. Each time I come in to see her, I always meet her at a table work, doing one thing or the other. And most of this work that she does are beautiful.
So to take my mind away from my situation, I started learning how to make beads. Most people did not know that I'm making beads, so I had to get a shop. So now there's a man that now said, take care of me, that will send me to India to look at the spine or the leg. And he now said that if I did not, that he cannot send me to India just like that, that I have to, when I get pregnant, I told him, he said there's no problem, that is a small thing that's going to take care of me. When I want to give birth, I give birth with an operation because I cannot go into labor because of my spinal cord injury. He said he doesn't have money. So after 3 months of that, I did not see the man again. After that, the caretaker, they gave me quick notice at the shop. They said that I should leave the shop, that they want to use their shop.
I assist Folúṣọ́ by taking her work outside to others to distribute so that they can buy. I also assist her by telling others that she trained, and so far I've assisted her to bring 3 people which she has trained. And currently she's training the 4th person.
My name is Adela Jagbemini. I live at number 1 Ladipo Street, Ketu. I'm a businesswoman. I met Folúṣọ́ through a lady she trained. So I liked the work, and I got the address from her. I like Folúṣọ́'s work because the designs are fantastic. When I started doing my own work, bringing out my own work, people were looking at it as if, when did you start work? When did you start learning? It's because of the skill she gave to me, I was able to do. Now that I've got trained, I'm able to help my husband at home, do some things. I won't rely on him again, being supportive in the house.
The work I'm doing now has been at home. I do it at home. I train people at home. And it has not been easy for me to pay school fees and take care of my child. Even my mommy too have to buy drugs sometimes.
From my opinion, the kind of assistant I think Felicia needs right now is a shop to display her work and where people can come in to train. Because when I tell people she train in the house, many people seem not to like that. They would prefer someone that is in a shop where they can go to. And at the same time, she will also benefit from having a wheelchair that will help her to move around.
I'm just overwhelmed by your strengths and the fact that you've been able to survive and you just keep it going. Even in that house, you're still doing something. And I want to say thank you because people that are watching this right now, you are going to save somebody's life by just sharing your story. All right? So Airtel wants to help you and they want to support you with what you've already started doing because I know that you are going to do more. So I'm going to let you know that Airtel is going to give you a wheelchair, first of all, and they're going to give you a shop rental. How do you feel?
I'm very happy. And this was the first time somebody asked of me.
Well, it doesn't stop there. They're still going to do more for you. They're going to give you a school uniform, all right? They're going to give you beads. They're going to give you hats. They're going to give you accessories to start the business.
I'm very happy. At least, I thank God that I did not lose my hope then. It would have been waste for me to just die that time that I'm thinking of killing myself. And I want to tell other people that even though when you think your life has ended, just have hope. A little hope will help you. Just hope that one day somebody will give you a happy hand and raise you up. So don't let your life end like that. Just have hope that there's still a future waiting for you out there.
Touching lives.
Let's see how her life has improved since appearing on Airtel Touching Lives.
Before, I'm stuck at home. I don't do anything. Though I have people I train in the house, but nobody knows me then. And even I want to go to somewhere, I have to be carried at the back for my junior brother to go outside. It has not been easy then. And now I thank Airtel. At least I have a wheelchair. I go out. I can go out anytime and I come in anytime. I'm very happy. At least I can move around now, not as when I'm stuck at home. Now I have a shop. And my design is not stuck in the house like before. Now I make my bead and I have where to display them. People going out, they see the design and they like what they are seeing and they want to take or they buy more from it. It's not when I'm at home that I put my market in the bag or show somebody, beg them to buy from me. But now I don't beg.
This time that you made for me was so successful.
I have people that I'm training and they are good students. And the skill I have now, I tell people out of the, I share with other people, I train people. Thank you, Airtel, for touching my lives. Now I can touch other people's lives. Thank you.
Touching lives.
Now, coming up after the break, we meet Julia Onye, a single mother with 4 children who is doing her best to look after her family despite her very, very difficult circumstances.
Touching lives.
Raising 4 children can be a very daunting task. For Julia, she was abandoned by her husband, left to raise 4 children. He took away their son and split up the family. Let's watch the story.
My name is Ekopara Ezine from Imo State. I met Ms. Julia some years ago when I heard her situation, how she was being abandoned with 4 kids. I was like, I really wanted to help. I helped her somehow in terms of accommodation, feeding, helping her out in one or two ways.
My name is Julia. I have 4 kids. I'll do anything to take care of my kids because they are my priority. Though 2 of them are not with me, they are in the village. But I'll be very happy if I can bring them all together to be with me. I don't have much. With the little I do, I make sure that at least, if not 3 square meals, you get to eat something. I got married. He's still my husband. I got married to my husband in 2006. We're living happily, decent. I had my first baby before our wedding. In 2009, when I had my 3rd baby, would I say the whole thing turned him into a stranger? I don't know. He spends more days at work. Or should I say, as the new wife, which I never knew he had. I went to his place of work to check on him. They made me understand that he usually goes home. Then I asked, which home? Because the reason why I came is I've not seen him in a long while. It was a spell. I don't know what dragged him into it, but the lady just was there. We were living together. I cried and begged him. But he ended up beating me up. I only said I had to survive because with a new baby, she had to feed. So, because the rent there was growing and I had no money to pay, the landlord children came. My neighbors told them my story. They understood. They gave me some time to move out. During the course of all this, that was when my husband took my son to the village. He was the only son I had. The other one was girls. My father-in-law told me that I should make do with the 3 girls I have, that they are keeping him. Some months, I called to know how he was doing in his academics. And I was told that he repeated the class. I was not happy. It affects me because I believe with experience as a nursery school teacher for some time, nobody's there to back him up with his take homes or put him right. So it hurts me so much to see them apart. As siblings, they're supposed to be together, know each other. But no way, because I feel I can't take care of them.
I see her as a survivor, someone who struggled more to keep going, despite the challenges ahead. I see her as someone that really needs help, if not because of her as a person, but because of the children.
Isn't it more than a friend? She's a sister. I had to take my children to her place when I couldn't pay for the accommodation. At times when she's less busy, I'll leave the children with her and go for business. She's so social because my children love her. As a single lady that she is, she has a life. We can't continue bothering her. We can't continue staying here.
Miss Julia, as I know, is someone who is very hardworking, who is really to do and undo to make sure that her family keeps going, especially her children. She's a mother that really knows what she wants, as in terms of keeping her children going.
I've been making liquid soap, toilet wash. Though I get little money from there, each time I go out to sell, The little money I get, I buy food stuff. It's not every time one will want to buy the liquid soap or the toilet wash. Though it's once in a while, but I just can't stay at home.
I know if Miss Julia is being assisted in one way or the other, I know she will be very happy, one. And I know her children will be very happy. Like, school just started. School started since the last month. Those children have not been going to school. So if Miss Julia is being assisted, I believe the children will benefit more, especially the little one, whom I know is very smart and intelligent.
I just told myself that I have to survive. If not for myself, for my children. Even if I can't give them all they need, at least I won't make them ask me questions that I won't be able to answer in the future. I have to stay focused. With any little help I can get, I will go the extra mile to make sure it grows high, to make sure the business grows well. I believe in no distant time, this will get better. I can't continue.
Touching lives.
What a heartbreaking video. Imagine losing your marriage, losing your son, and even your ability to take care of yourself all at the same time. After the break, we'll have Julia right here in the Airtel Touching Lives studio.
Touching lives.
Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. I'd like to welcome our guests, Julia, Ezinne, and her two daughters, Adeze. Thank you guys for coming to the program, and I really, really thank you for sharing your story with us as well.
Thank you very much.
Julia, I wanted to ask you, so, watching the video, it was so heartbreaking. What are you hoping that can happen for you?
I only just need a lift. I've been trying to make sure I put one or two things together just to make sure at least there's food on the table. I've never made myself a subject of pity because I believe I'm a survivor. So, in the same way, I create the impression I never wanted my children to feel their dad was the bad guy, or I only want them to know that their mom has to do what she has to do to make sure that at least they stay alive. But the only thing I know has been a big challenge has been the school fees. It has been a big challenge because before I got married, I was into the College of Education. So I know what it is to be educated. I just pray in future they will have the best, and that's just what I wish. When it comes to feeding, I try what I can. I pray Airtel will do for me. I will do a lot. To go a long way.
You're a very brave woman, and it's clear that you're constantly putting your children in front of you. But I wanted to ask you, how are you feeling and how are you doing emotionally?
Initially, it was too difficult because at times I have to go indoors and cry, but I still wake up every time to tell myself, what if he was dead? I'll still have to survive one way or the other.
Ezinne, I wanted to ask you, when a situation like this happens, somebody will start thinking she has 3 children, so you're not only going to house one person. What made you decide that, I wanted to help all of them? You wanted to take them all in?
When I was in Abakaliki, where I schooled, their culture there, mainly the ladies, the women, it's them that fought for themselves. So I told her, the fact that your husband is alive but not with you doesn't mean that you should go down. All you need to do is to go ahead. I gave her instances like those ones in Abakaliki. So that is it.
Ajeze, what would you like to say to your mom? I know you see her working very hard.
Sure, that it will be well.
Isn't it? I know that you see your friend work very hard to look after her 3 children, and you've seen all that she's been through. What are you hoping, what are your dreams for her?
I pray that what she wishes herself to come true. I believe she wishes herself well. She wishes her children well.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here, for sharing your stories with us, and being very honest about your experiences as well. Of course, we are on Airtel Touching Lives, and Airtel would like to touch your life in some way because they've seen what you've been through. They've seen all the things that you've been doing and how inspiring that it is that you are. And Airtel would like to support you till you get on your feet for a certain amount of time. So what they're going to do is that they're going to provide you with the materials you need for your soap making and your manufacturing of your toilet cleaners. And it doesn't stop there. They're also going to provide you with an apartment for a certain amount of time as well.
What do I have to say? I don't know what to say. I don't know.
You really have to say something. Honestly, it's what happened. This is really tears of joy. Honestly, I'm happy. I'm even more happier than she. Thank God for that.
There's been a long years of too much tears and too much suffering. Thank you, Airtel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you not happy? You're not happy, baby? Come and kiss me. Come and kiss me. Come and kiss me.
So to say thank you very much, I know that, whatever it is that we're able to offer and help you with, you're going to make it so much more, and your children are going to have the life that they want and the things that you dream for them.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Our guests today have been nothing short of inspiring, courageous, and just incredible people. Until next time, it's Airtel Touching Lives.
I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change.